want to show you how I set up a simple Canvas class. First, when you log in, I want to make sure that Canvas here is red, and then up in your address bar it says K-12. It's important to make sure you're on the correct Canvas platform. So I'm going to log in. Now I have other classes created, but over here on the right I'm going to click Start a New Course. The course name, I'm going to make this my Creative Writing Club. It's kind of hard to write around the camera, but I'll do it. And then, let me make sure you can read this. Okay. And then the course name, I'm going to just abbreviate it, CWC, Creative Writing Club. Keep the private copyright and say Create Course. Now from here, the very first thing I'm going to do is go down to Settings. It's at the very bottom down here. I click Settings. Under Image, you can choose an image. To keep it simple, I'm going to keep this blank. The name is Creative Writing Club. Course code I made is CWC. You need to change the time zone. It always makes it Mountain Time, so I'm going to change it to Eastern. Instead of term, I change it to course. And then it wants you to enter a start and end date. When I'm creating a course, I just make the start date, the date that I'm creating the course, and I make the end date June 1st. Just gets us all the way through the school year. It gave me a notice that the course will expire at midnight, but you don't have to worry about that. I leave all of this as is, and then at the very bottom you'll see something called More Options. Click that. It says let students self-enroll by sharing with them a secret URL or code. Say yes. Then also click Add a Join this course link to the homepage. Yes. And then it says that you can show announcements on the homepage. I click yes to that as well. And then I keep everything else as is. Down at the bottom, make sure you click Update Course Details. The next step is to come to the top, you're still in Settings, and choose Navigation. This is a list of tabs that are available to you, which gives Canvas a whole lot of power. But if you're just creating a simple course, you don't need all that power. So you want a home page, you want your announcements to be visible, but maybe you're not doing any kind of assignments or discussions or grades or anything like that. So these three little dots on the side, I'm going to click them and say disable. You can always re-add them later if you want to. I'm going to keep people, but I'll remove pages and files. I'm going to keep syllabus, and I'll show you why. Remove outcomes, rubrics, quizzes, modules, conferences, collabs, chat. Look at all these options. Remove attendance and Google Drive. So all you should have is home, announcements, people, and syllabus. Now one thing that's really important is to scroll all the way to the bottom and click Save. You'll notice on the left over here that all of these have eyeballs slashed through. That means kids can't see them. Now click Syllabus. This is where you will have your course summary. In order to add something to it, you have to click Edit in the top right. Now what I've done is I've already created my lesson plans in Microsoft. So I'm going to go into Microsoft Word. This is my first semester lesson plan for this course. I highlighted it all, right click, copy. I go back into Canvas, right click, paste, and it's all right there. You have all sorts of options if you want. You can change your font, your bolding, your size, all that. I'm just leaving it as it is right now because it's just fine. And then down here, I'm going to click Update Syllabus. Now I have this beautiful syllabus that shows week by week what is happening. And then I can go back home. That's up here on the top left. If you ever make a change to your syllabus, you can click Syllabus click edit, and then you can go in and change it. So I'd say edit, and you can change it right here, and then click update syllabus. That is all you need to do to set up a basic Canvas class. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click student view. This is going to show you how it looks for a student. So a student logs in. All they see over here is home, people, and syllabus. So a parent who wants to know and keep track of what's going on in their kids' classes can log in here, click syllabus, and then they have their lesson plan right there. If they go to people, this is where it will show everybody in the class. Right now it's just me as the teacher. So I'm going to click on the bottom right, leave student view. Now, how do you share this with your families? It's super simple. Scroll down and click settings, and then go back to course details. And down here it says this course has enabled open enrollment. You did that earlier. Students can self-enroll in the course once you share with them this URL. And so this is the URL that you will copy and paste and send to them. It says alternatively they can sign up at this URL. So if anybody's looking for how to get signed up with Canvas, this is the one they have to use. Notice it says K12.instructure. It's just super important that everybody has that K12. And then they use the following join code. And here's a join code. So what I do, if I'm sending a note to all my families, I copy this whole thing and I paste it into the email, and then that's how they know how to get out to my course. I'm going to click update course details. I didn't change anything, but I always do that just to make sure. Another way you can add people is if you go to people, there's a little plus people. So if you want to add them personally because you use you have the parents' email addresses from the directory, you can copy and paste email addresses in here and then add them as student, and then to Creative Writing Club, you'd click next, and then they would get an invitation. Let's pretend you have somebody in your class who is a parent who wants to observe, but they're also a teacher. If you need to add a parent as an observer, you'd add their email address here, change their role to observer, and then click next, and it would send them an invite to be an observer. So now that the class is running, everything is going really well, you want to blast a note out to your families saying, yesterday was great, here's what we did, and you want to share with them some things. Go to announcements, click plus announcement, name your announcement like first day of class, exclamation, because you're so excited. Here, you can give all the information about the class. It was so fun. You can include some pictures here if you want to. You can adjust assignments, etc. And then when you hit save down here, it is going to blast that announcement as an email to all the families. So easy. I'm just going to send it. I'll go back and delete it later. But notice now if you go to announcements, first day of class is listed. And so if parents, let's say you said all the Bible verses we're learning this year, parents can easily under announcements go and see what was sent out. So it'll be in their email, but it'll also be on the main page so they can easily keep up to date on what is going on. Now the last thing that you want, and these are going to show up on your home page, by the way. So the last thing that you need to do is publish your course. You've got your course all set up. Maybe you have a first welcome post here under announcements. Then all the way you have to do is over here on the top right, click publish, and then your course is done.